Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn biology today through different food molecules. And after we've done that, we're going to do short impingement training. And if you participate in the short impingement training, that is at your own risk. Now, I'm here for two things. The first thing is that I looked up what scurvy is. And here's written that vitamin C prevents scurvy, and there was written in the dictionary under scurvy that scurvy happens if people have not enough vitamin C. No, but what I found out is basically scurvy is a disease. It wasn't clear to me. It's obvious, but it's a disease, and that means we're not going to look it up what it is. The idea to look up what scurvy and constipation is was to know if that's maybe the reason why we're having a little problem to understanding a text here. But now we know these are just certain diseases that we don't know of. We understand the context. We don't have to know what the disease is to understand the text. And that is why we're not going to look up what scurvy or constipation is. And the other thing is why we're here is, here a bit further down, there was mnemonic, how that is pronounced, how to remember these 7 food types. So water, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, fats, and fibers, the 7 main food molecules. And they are telling us, giving us the tip, how about making a mnemonic out of it, so a sentence, and they are giving the example, when my parents cook, vegetables feel funny. But they're also saying you can make up your own mnemonic. You don't have to use that one. But the idea is that we're going to make a little video, and where we're going to tell the people what a mnemonic is, or an example of a mnemonic. Okay, let's prepare that little video. Okay, what do we want to say? Now, the first thing is we can't really explain what a mnemonic is. We have too little information, I think, for that one. The other thing is we can give them an example. What is a mnemonic? Or how to use a mnemonic. Let's do that. How to use a mnemonic. Or the mnemonic method. Maybe we're going to call the video like that, the mnemonic method. If there's a list of things to name, you can take the first letter of all these words. For example, the list could be water, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, fats, and fibers. And you take always the first letter of water, the W, of minerals, the M, of proteins, the P, and so on. And then you make a sentence with that. For example, a sentence with this list just given would be, when my parents cook, vegetables feel funny. And that could help to maybe remember. I had another idea. I haven't looked at it, but how about just the begin letter? WMPC, VFF, WMPC, VFF, WMPC, VFF. Because with a sentence you basically don't have more than the begin letter. Okay, but we're going to do a video about the mnemonic. Water, minerals, proteins. Now the question is, do I do it completely from memory? Water, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, fat, fiber, something's missing. Water, minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, vitamins, fats, and fiber. Water, minerals, proteins, and carbohydrates, vitamins, fats, and fiber. You could take also the first letter of water, the W, of protein, the P, of minerals, the water, the W, of minerals, the M, of protein, the P, and then you can make a sentence out of it. So you search another words which start with same letter. When my parents cook, vegetables feel funny. That is, and then I'm going to say, that is the example sentence giving in GCSE Success Revision Guided Biology book on the page 4 to remember these 7 main food molecules. We're also adding that people can use their own one. Let's set the camera, we're having time for 4 or 5 takes. The mnemonic method. If there's a list with names you should remember, for example, water and minerals and protein and carbohydrate and vitamins, fats and fibers. You could take always the first letter of each of these words. For water, W, for minerals, the M, for protein, the P, and then you can make a sentence out of it with words which start always with the exact letter. So for water, you can take when, and when for minerals, my, and so on. And if you have this list, you can make them, for example, the sentence, when my parents cook, vegetables feel funny. So minerals, water, minerals, protein, carbohydrate, vitamin, fats, and fibers. When my parents cook, vegetables feel funny. And that is the example sentence given in the GCSE Success Revision Guide Biology book on the page 4 to these 7 things. But we're also adding that you can use your own sentence. I think it was okay. I'm going to stop the second camera. And we're having a little mark for that method. It's spreading that method, maybe it has people. And we have repeated again the 7 main food molecule types. Now, we would have a little time left, but I don't really understand why we wanted to come back to that whole thing. Why I wanted to look up scurvy and constipation and when we're going to read it again. It's all perfectly clear what is it. And we in fact came 4 or 5 times back to it. That means I would say we are done with the different food molecules series. We will continue then in the next part with biology, with something else. Here's some more to food, so maybe that. But maybe if it's directly about food, that will be part of another series. That means I think we're going to end the series with food molecules for now. Maybe we're going to come later back. But if you're here for biology, with maybe similar subject or something completely different, you can go directly to the next video. We will do now the short impingement training. If you participate in the short impingement training, that's set your office. We're having your feet standing together, and we're making long arm circles. Reach with the fingertips up, bring your arms far back, not just to the side, but back. Reach with the fingertips back, and reach with fingertips in front, and high up, and back, and down. Now, let's do shoulder circles. We're going back with the shoulders, backwards shoulder circles, in front, and up, back, and down, and again in front, back, and down. Now the legs standing a bit more than shoulder wide apart, golden stable, and we're doing the world lifter. Long arms, strong fists, and bring the shoulder blades down and together. Now turn the arms to the inside. And now the arms are changing, the arms to the outside, shoulders to down, hands together. The arms to the inside, shoulders down, hands together. Arms to the outside, shoulders down, hands together. And release. And repeating a similar exercise. Arms to the outside, hands front to fist, a bit in front. Now bring the arms in front, shoulders down, hands together. Now the arms back, shoulders up and in front. And the arms in front, shoulders down, hands together. Arms back, shoulders up and in front the last time. And release. And we're doing a shrug. We are lifting the arms up. If this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. And lift the shoulders up and all down again. Again, the arms up. Shrug the shoulders up and all down again. And one more time. Arms up. Shrug the shoulders up and all down. And we're doing the practical. Arms together, a bit down and slowly to the outside. Basically a relaxation exercise, but also so you observe what the scapulars are doing. A bit of the outside, not together here actually. Now to the outside with scapulars as last time. Scapulars a bit together but opening up. And to the outside but opening up. And the next exercise is the sundial. You can also use a tennis ball or something. Have a long arm at the outside and let it fall down and then try to catch it again. And one is slowly in front. And on the other side. And we're doing just the stretching. One arm in front, shoulder is back and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm and go a bit back with the shoulder. And the other arm in front, shoulders back and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm and go a bit back with the shoulder. And that was the short impingement training. I thank you very much and until next time.